Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cool cats and kittens, and all of those in between like me, I'm so excited to welcome you to the final episode of 9 Lives, where I interview 9 literal lives on 9 literal Instagram lives. Today is Trans Day of Visibility. It's basically like a birthday party for the world and the queer community, for all of us who have been influenced by the trans people who stood on the front lines and gave us the rights we have today. So it's a really great day. I hope you're finding ways to celebrate it. We have an incredible guest. Her name is Shea Diamond, and she is a songwriter, an activist, a trans person, queen, a goddess. Hopefully she has more to say about herself, but I am so excited to have her on the show. I'm so excited to meet you. I'm so happy you could do this.
I'm so excited and so honored to be a part of this. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yes. For the people watching who are my fans who might not know about Shea Diamond, she shines bright like a diamond. She's a star. She's a songwriter and a singer. And I personally just discovered American Pie. I think that's the title of the song, right?
Yes.
Incredible. What a beautiful fucking protest song, but from the heart. And you're such a queen. The lyrics are just so good. They go from being femme fatale to zoom out and think about what the whole world needs and see me. It's so gorgeous. So if you guys haven't heard that song, go listen to it and dive deeper into all the rest of the work. What should we really look out for right now, or what's coming?
Okay, so what's coming is Presence of a Legend, for a 75-year-old Black trans woman who has a documentary out called Mama Gloria. And so the song will be dropping this Friday. So.
Amazing! That's so exciting. Yeah. I'm so glad.
So when do we get a chance to uplift our trans elders, who paved the way for us? And so this is the perfect timing, because only winners tell history. So only the winners are allowed to tell history. So the people that you see, everything you see happening, around you, everything from music to who's in the White House, it's all about the winners. They won. And so if we're never allowed to win, we're never allowed to be seen for whatever reasons, and a lot of us, we get demonized for our existence, so we'll never be seen in the light to where a person wants you to win. So they're just sitting back in the cut waiting on you to fail. And so we have to deal with that while we still try to keep a positive outlook on life and still spread love. And but the hoops are just a little bit more hoops for us to jump through. And and so this is an amazing time and opportunity just to be here, to be able to be alive, to just spread the message, keep spreading the message, and keep on challenging the narrative. And so
it's so true. It's so true that only the winners get to tell their story. And I feel like every time that things get harder, or all the anti-trans legislation that's happening right now, the coolest thing to hear people say is we've been here before and we'll be here again. History, both of the adversity we face as queer people and the wins, it repeats itself. We have been further along in terms of acceptance of queerness.
It's just really exhausting, to know that, and to have a sense of being complacent in that, of we've been through that and we're going to go through it again. We're going to keep on going through that. When will that end? When will we decide that
I'm this is good, we did it, we made progress, and now let's do the next thing? It's somehow,
and who's going to we have to decide who's going to send us back. So one person will propel us forward, give us hope, and we're oh my God, yeah, they get it. And then 4 years later, we got to deal with someone else who doesn't share the same ideas, and we go back.
But the best thing we can keep doing is telling our stories. Today is an important day to just make sure that we shine a light on trans people and hear their voices. So I'm really, really grateful that you were able to do this. And I'm gonna just ask you some fun questions in celebration of women, and I'm excited to just chat you about them. You're our closing artist. Okay. Who is your favorite historical female figure?
Okay. So, answering that question, I thought about that and I was just like, it's so hard to pick just one because there are so many, and just like too many to name. But
Yes.
I would start at Harriet Tubman,
Yes.
for leading the freaking way. All of this is because of Queen.
Hmm.
And I think that we need to not forget that. And when we get into the musical aspect of things, all of our great legends that we lost. One of mine, who is still here, Tina Turner.
Yes.
She's definitely a historical figure that I love to highlight. Also, Dolly Parton, who's my baby. Nina Simone, near to dear to my heart. When it comes to her artistry, there's none like her.
Okay, what is one challenge you've had to overcome in your industry?
Oh my God. Yeah, just being out in trans, being visibly trans, because you already know how people silently don't want to see us win again. And so just holding up that light, just to give people after me hope. It's not just because I want to let the whole world know that, hey, you got one over here, but it's to say that it's important for us to win and for our community to see us win. It's not more so important for them to see me win, but to see us win.
Name a woman who has had a big influence on you.
My mother. So a lot of people hear the story of my mother, and they only can relate to only certain aspects of that. But my singing from my mother, she inspired me to want to sing
Is your
alongside
mom a
Tina
singer?
Turner. You said what? I'm sorry.
Your mom's a singer?
Oh yes, that's all she did. While going around the house cleaning up, just singing, just singing. And I used to always think like she has like the voice of like Patti LaBelle and all like the greats, but she would never sing. Like it was all church. Like she would sing at church, but I would have
My
to
dad used to
convince
sing in
her.
church.
Yeah, I would have to convince her. I would have to, it was only when I became the choir director, I was like, oh no, you're singing this, type of vibe, But just her humble nature, her given spirit, all that, came from her stubborn spirit, so that came, I adopted that as well. Um and and just like some other elements of just like not being very trusting as well. Some
Yeah,
for just like some of the thorns, and not just all roses, but some of the thorns as well.
important.
Is not being very trusting. So that also limits you in so many different ways. And so
Hmm.
but to be able to connect with those things that of knowing how were you influenced, how like and how you were raised, is like one of your biggest influences.
Yeah,
And so yeah, so that's one of my biggest one, and my faith as well. I can also attribute that to my mother as well. So
amazing. Has your mom been supportive of you and your journey as a queer person?
so it started off rough. I'm not going to say it was all peaches and cream with strawberries on top, with a
Right?
little,
Yeah.
with a little yogurt. It was none of that.
Did you come
And
around? Did you
so,
come around?
oh yeah, I caught a whole lot of hell for a while. And like me coming out when I came out, and coming to my own understanding of who I was before society was willing to accept or understand, or could understand at that time what trans it meant to be trans, because there wasn't even a word for it then.
Yeah.
And so just to think that regardless of what you're going through, there are so many opportunities for that situation to change. So don't always think that these situations are permanent. People, they need time to process things. And so for mine, it took like over 20 years for my mother to process, but she did process.
Best advice you've ever received, or advice you've given to your younger self, or your life's motto? a phrase.
Visibility without a purpose is a problem.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, I mean, that's a perfect quote for today, too. Like, if you're visible, check in on what you're doing, what you're saying,
Exactly.
why
It's so
you're out
important
there.
because it's so tempting to just want to be a part of everything because people are throwing you these opportunities. Hey, it's Trans Day of Visibility. It's Trans Day of Remembrance. We only have 12 seats at the table. Damn it. Go ahead and add some more tables,
Yes.
some more chairs to the table.
I feel like even artists, anybody who's in a position to want more of something, we sometimes go up against each other and we say, I'll take it for less, I'll take it for less. And instead, sometimes you have to stand up and say, actually, let's all demand that we need more. Because if we're together,
say, forget that ticket. I am not going to scabber around in the dirt for change and argue with you over change when we know the fact is that those people have the ability to pay both.
Yes. I have a really important question next, Shea. It's really intense, so get ready. Salty or sweet?
Oh, see, okay. I saw that question and I thought about that one equally as, but for me, it's both. Have you ever tried the salty and sweet popcorn?
Disgusting. I hate sweets, but I hear you.
Blasphemy.
What, Shea, makes you feel empowered, strong, and confident?
What makes me feel empowered, strong, and confident? Just being able to have a voice in this time, because with the world changing so much, with history being made so much around us, just to be somewhere a part of that and having some type of voice, however small, is just a blessing. It's an honor.
I can relate to that. Just wanting things to be bigger than you is what helps you step out. I love that. What is your most prized possession?
The hat that I wore in my first video that I ever made.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, with a little diamond on top of it.
Aww,
And so it's like a little ball cap. And I remember, just like the thrill of making my first video.
What is one thing everyone could do to make the world a better place?
Stop the hate. Stop the Asian hate. Stop hating Black folks. Just stop hating, period.
Are looking out for humans and staying out of each other's bedrooms and bathrooms and underwear. Let us live our best lives. Let's look out for each other as humans. I love that.
Exactly.
That was beautiful. Thank you. This is the last question, and I feel like the world watching could list a lot of great things about you, but I want you to self-celebrate. What is the best thing about being you, Shea Diamond?
The best thing about being me, the best thing about being Shea Diamond is I can recreate myself as much as I like to. That no one else defines me. I define me. Most people, you have your names given to you. I gave myself a name. So I had control and power in my life that I never had before. And so the good thing about being Shea is she's always evolving. She's always changing. She doesn't want to be stagnant. She wants to make her tomorrow better than her yesterday. So she's always taking notes.
Thank you for coming on. And
thank you so much for having me.
Tell us the name of the single one more time that's coming out.
It's called Presence of a Legend.
Great.
So it'll be coming out Friday.
With Gloria is the film?
Yeah, Mama Gloria.
Mama Gloria. Okay, great. Everybody check for it. Show a little love. I'm going to be putting resources on my story all day for places that you can donate or get involved to help make a difference right now. And I love you guys all. Thanks again to Lady Gunn. Thanks again to Shea Diamond. And go have a great day. It's a beautiful
Love you, Kat.
Love you. See you in the real world someday.